Tell us how your drones are different from other drones.
So our drones, we basically built entire solutions so it's autonomous. You don't have to swap the batteries, you don't have to charge them, you don't have to send the data out to the cloud. All of it happens in its autonomous ground station, so you don't have to worry about. So you can scale this to thousands of ground stations.
So what do humans actually do in the process?
Today in the process, when you have a UAV, you actually have to swap the battery out, you have to charge them, you have to pull out an SD card, and you actually have to upload the data to the cloud.
Okay.
Right, so you don't have to do any of that today with our system.
All right, so show us how this works. You actually have one.
So I can actually run it right now and activate it, and it'll take off autonomously.
All right.
There it is.
Okay.
Go next to the plant.
It's behind us. Okay.
It'll go to location and come back.
Go for it.
Boom.
So you just basically just...
I thought you were texting someone. That's it?
You just tapped your phone, and here it goes up. So
It's a pre-programmed thing.
what can these things be used for? What are the applications?
Some of our clients are construction firms. They use it for analysis of stockpiles. They use it for managing ground force. Some of our clients are mining companies. They use it for surveying stockpiles, volumetric measurements, safety, security.
And why is a drone better for that than the... Like, what do they use currently?
So right now, they use a lot of people. Right?
So, like, they use a mine, for example.
Mines have a lot of people going to very dangerous places. Like stockpile surveillance actually requires sending someone on top of a pile.
And did you tell it that you wanted it to follow this path to go
Exactly.
up and around and come back
Right.
here?
So
Okay.
imagine yourself here in the desk, and you're basically saying, I want to get a new stockpile surveying. You press a button, and it just goes off and brings the data back.
So here's my question. I've been dying to ask you this. Can your kind of drone find a missing plane?
It does.
It does.
But not that one.
Why not?
Because you need to give it coordinates. You actually need to send it to a location. But what it can do, if it's
So it's not good for surveying, mass amounts of territory and trying to find a needle in a haystack?
Right, not this one.
Okay.
Larger drones.
This one also seems to irritate the seagulls here. They've been circling this thing.
Yeah, they're
Oh
not
gosh,
happy.
it's not going to hit us, is it?
They're not happy
It's
about
coming
that.
really close.
I'll protect you. Don't worry. I'm a bigger target.
How does what you're working on fit into what Amazon is doing with the octocopter, what Facebook is doing by, I know they're reportedly buying a drone company to help them, connect the world and beam broadband to remote parts of the Earth.
Right, so I think we're all sort of aligning in a place where we're
It's
trying...
just hovering there. It's a little unnerving.
It's a little distracting, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So on the Amazon side, I think they're trying to make it so that it carries things around, right? So delivery. We're focusing more on data collection. There's a lot of data that you can extract from a UAV, but having someone pilot it, the UAV, and extract data from remote areas is really complex.
Okay.
So we scale, and we actually allow you to retrieve a lot of data at scale.
We know the FAA is reviewing rules about drones, trying to come up with best practices. What's the biggest thing you want to see out of the FAA that would help your business grow?
I think, well, we agree, first of all, we agree with the FAA of not allowing for commercial use, mainly because it'll create a gold rush if everyone knows that you can make money off of drones. So they want to establish the framework before they actually launch something, where they let people actually make money off of drones.
Now, are you guys making money now? Are these operational? Or
We are.
Okay.
So we're within the legal boundaries of
So how much money are you making?
So we're selling these ground still. I can't really say exactly how much more. But we have 6 clients, 6 large. Some of the clients are one of the largest construction firms in the world. They're buying a lot of these ground stations for retrieving.
What do you mean when you're within the legal limits? How can you use them commercially if they can't be used commercially?
So there's 2 types of drones. So you have the really big drones, fixed wing, that fly within the on the actual airspace, and then you have the model aircrafts, right? So model aircrafts are within 400 feet, and they basically, if you stay within 400 feet and within line of sight, you're good to go, and you can fly over private area and also public other people's areas.
So this thing really is under the official rules of a model airplane.
Absolutely.
Not under a drone itself.
Exactly. So
is that about the size of the device?
That's classified as a model aircraft.
Right, but so what is the maximum size it could be?
There's a size limit. That's debatable right now, but it's a size limit. This is like many grams below that size limit.
So what's your vision? How mainstream do you imagine drones are going to be? Like, are they going to be part of our daily lives?
Oh, I think absolutely. I think search and rescue is one of them, right? So having drones follow you on ski resorts and get some really good footage, or motocross. There's a lot of areas.
Because we really need more to distract us when we're snowboarding.
Exactly.
Well, this technology, you mentioned this drone couldn't find the, Malaysia 370, but on a larger scale, could this technology be helpful?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
in a search like that?
yes. So, for instance, you have an earthquake or a massive earthquake or tsunami. You can send those guys and actually put a thermal sensor and find people that are survivors. You can find hotspots really quickly. Either send food in that direction, or you can just go down and actually locate them.
Given the wealth of opportunities, I would imagine it's hard to focus on what your best business is going to be. How do you do that, and what have you identified as the places where you want to focus? Because I would imagine as you develop the technology, you want to focus on its best possible use.
Absolutely. So since we started last year, we've gotten a huge amount of influx of interest from different companies wanting us to do all sorts of different things. So we stay focused on the enterprise, gathering the image at scale. So we gather a ton of images and give you ortho images, top-down, or 3D models.
How sensitive is its imaging technology? I mean, does it make mistakes, or can it say, you know, that's a person, that's a rhinoceros?
Right, so our imaging is very precise. I mean, in terms of being able to actually capture exactly the location that you want it, for whether you want to track a crane that's moving or the side of the building because we're putting panels today. So it's very precise. In terms of detecting the people on it, you can also do another set of learning to see how many people are in that section, or if is the crane there, because you can do pattern recognition. These are the things that we're getting into.
How many of these drones are operational?
So we have a fleet of 15 operational already.
Okay.
And in terms of the building, do you see a point where the manufacturing is going to be easier and cheaper to do it, or does every single one of them have to be put together by hand and painstakingly
absolutely.
assembled?
So in construction, for example, or mining, in construction you can save a lot of man hours, because a lot of the issues in construction is people not having answers for some of the things that are happening on the ground and making decisions really quickly. When you add visibility, things change completely. That's why we have so many different clients there.
So 15 now, how fast do you think you can scale this? I mean, given the legal issues and everything else.
We have plans, our roadmap that we have put together is by Q3 next year, we'll be able to actually fulfill a fleet of thousands of these units everywhere.
That's going to be a lot of ticked off seagulls.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picturing some real issues there.
Absolutely.
Can you make it land?
Yeah, we can.
Should we bring it home?
So it's going to land now.
All right.
Bringing it home. That is really cool.
Is it dangerous? Like if you ran into it, could it hurt you?
Yes, you definitely. This is why we're working with enterprise companies, construction and mining. You definitely want to stay away from them, right? So you don't want to fly them in populated areas.
All right.
That's also part of what the FAA regulates, right? So you don't want to fly this stuff in the stadium.
Very interesting.